welcome to my channel over here. My name is Dawn, where we do all things beauty and a little bit of fashion sprinkled in there from time to time. Today we're doing a video that's kind of based off of the fact that I'm in a low buy. As you notice, I didn't say no buy because, well, I can't help myself and buy makeup. However, I want to be less wasteful the rest of this year, and I am doing a low buy. As you've noticed, we haven't had as many first impressions with new stuff out there, or even new stuff to me out here. So that has forced me, or allowed me to, if you will, play around with old products that I've had in my collection, products that kind of got pushed off to the side, because if you're like me, you get sucked into the newness, you get excited for the newness, and then when you find something you really love, you play with it over and over and over until something new comes along. And then that newer product as well got pushed off to the side, and now I'm excited for the other new product, and so forth and so forth. It's just a cycle. So I've been playing around with stuff that are older products that I kind of stopped using, even forgot that I had because of all the new stuff. And so that has allowed me to change my mind about some products. So today I'm going to share with you guys some products that I've changed my mind about, and I will insert clips as well of me applying these products so you can see what they look like while I'm applying them, and I will explain why I've changed my mind. Whether I changed my mind with a product that I didn't like or I thought was okay and now I actually like and I'm reaching for it more than I would have if I hadn't gotten into this low buy, or products that I really did like and they just aren't really performing the way that they used to for me. So if this is a video that you like, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel out, and I would love for you to smash that subscribe button and be a part of my YouTube family over here. Help support a smaller channel, and we're gonna dive on in. So first, we're gonna speak on brows here. So this is the Sephora Tint and Volume Brow Gel. I have mine, I guess there's only one shade. Oh, here it is, medium brown. Now, when I first got this product, if you guys remembered, it was a product that I actually enjoyed. I liked, I thought it was a good product, but as you see in the clip, it's not a good product. First of all, I thought as it sat open, it wouldn't be as wet, because it is a very wet formula to start with. And as it sat, it didn't dry out. Like, you know, mascaras will dry out and some other brow products will dry out and they aren't as wet. And that's not a bad thing for them to dry out. Sometimes products perform better once they've been open for a bit and they get drier. This one stays wet. It has become messy. I will say it gives some good pigment, so there is a plus to that, but it's just too messy. It takes too long to apply. I want a brow gel, whether it's tinted or clear, that I can run through the brows after I've used a brow pencil, and then that's it. I don't have to do a cleanup, and I have to clean up with this. So unfortunately, I've changed my mind about this. I really don't like it. I will probably use it up, whether it be in purpose of a video like this or in a different way, just because there's not a lot of product in here. It has a 6-month lifespan. I've had it probably for about 4 months, so we got about 2 months left on it. But it's a product that I've definitely changed my mind. We have these two products. Now, they are ColourPop's Super Shock Shadows. I have a Ladybug here and Mint for You. Now, these aren't terrible products one way or another, right? As you see in the clip, I will spray them with this Cali Ray setting spray, which is one that I decided to put in here because my mind has changed a little bit about, just slightly. But I use it with a brush, because if you use your fingers, it's not gonna give you pigment at all. They're very light pigment, which I knew that going into them. They're very bouncy. The Super Shock formula is so interesting. It's putty, bouncy. It really is a great formula, and I've had these for a long time. I don't see a shelf life on them, but they're probably getting there or close to past. However, I feel like they're not dried out. They're just really, they're a pretty formula. I've changed my mind in a negative way for the one reason only. As you guys see in the clip, it takes a lot to get them on, to get it up to the pigment I want. Now, I know that maybe you're someone that barely likes any shimmer on your lid, and if that's the case, these actually would probably be great products for you. However, to build it up to just a little bit of pigment that I have on my face, or on my eyes, I should say, I have to build it up and build it up and build it up. And it does have quite a bit of fallout. And I feel like that's changed over time as I've had them longer. I don't remember them having as much fallout. Maybe they did, but it's been so long since I've used them. So I've changed my mind unfortunately in a negative way about them. Honestly, nowadays, I'd much rather go in with a liquid shadow. I have a couple liquid shadows that I really do enjoy, or an eyeshadow stick. Eyeshadow sticks are all the rage right now. Unfortunately, I'm in that low buy, so I don't have a lot of them, but stay tuned. We do have a first impressions coming up with some other products that aren't necessarily super new to the market, but they are still newish and they're new to me. And there are some drugstore products in there, just two, and one is an eyeshadow stick. I digress. Anyways, I'd much rather just grab an eyeshadow stick, especially if you're looking for a one and done. I put these on the lid. I put this one more in the inner corner because if I haven't heard it eyes, it helps open the eyes. This on the outer corner more. And then I went in with a bronzer from ColourPop, just a matte bronzer in the crease. And I do that a lot with eyeshadow look, especially for an everyday, just quick one and done type of look. And I feel like eyeshadow sticks are great for that. However, these I have changed my mind in a negative way about. Now, the Cali Ray setting spray. It is a surf-proof setting spray. It's supposed to be hydrating, clean, lawn wear. It is not hydrating for me. It's honestly really drying. I don't feel like it does much for my makeup. It doesn't help really make it lasting longer than if I wasn't wearing one. And again, it's drying for me. Now, I've always said from the beginning of trying this, I didn't like it. It was a failed product for me. However, I have been using it in the way you guys saw it in the clip. And I feel like it does a great job of wetting that brush and keeping your brush wet for a good amount of time in order to apply shimmer shadows, whatever you're applying that you're using a setting spray on a brush for. So my mind's changed just that much about this, where I would use it that way. But honestly, don't go out and buy this and spend the price, I think like $32, I believe. Everything will be listed and linked down below with pricing for you guys in case you want to try these products, because there are some products in here I've changed my mind in a positive way about. This ain't all just negative mind changes. Move on to complexion. This is a Juvia's Place I Am Magic Natural Radiance Foundation. This one is kind of a bummer because I've negatively changed my mind about it. It is really pretty. As you can see, it is radiant. It's very full coverage. And I think that's a big reason why my mind has changed about it, because I have recently, since the summer, tried so many skin tints, lighter coverage, serum foundations, that type of coverage, where I have done such wonders on my skin where I'm comfortable with a light coverage, a skin tint, on the lighter side of a medium coverage type of complexion product. I'm no longer really much of a full coverage girl. For special events, yeah, I would maybe wear full coverage, but honestly, I'd probably reach more for a medium, like a lower to high medium coverage foundation. But for everyday wear, I'm no longer a full coverage girl. So that's one reason why I feel like this has changed, because this is full coverage. It does have a beautiful radiance finish, as you see in the clip. However, it's hard to get a lighter to even a high medium coverage with this, because it is so full coverage. Even if you go with just a little bit like I did and use a sponge like I did instead of a brush, you're gonna get lower coverage, but I still find it to be too high of a coverage for me. And it has started to look a little dry and kind of just cakey and too makeup-y on my skin. Like I said, I've geared myself more towards those lighter coverage skin tint, your skin but better, hydrating, glowy, dewy, beautiful skin looking complexion products. And this is just not that. It's not a terrible product. I don't know if I'll use it because I haven't been reaching for this. And when I was going through my foundations to see, okay, which product am I changing my mind about as I've been going through the foundations and wearing them more, this is definitely it. This was a tie between this and the Sephora Best Skin Ever, because that one I'm not really a huge fan of anymore either, but it's more so this one to a product that is a positive. And I know I'm going out of order of how I apply things, because normally obviously I would apply my concealer first, but I want to go ahead and throw in some good ones, because like I said, there are a few good ones here. This is the Wet n Wild Bare Focus. I have mine in Fair Light. I think I have medium first, and that was too much. As you can see, it used to be used quite a bit. And then I discovered the Amie Collet setting powder, and that's beautiful. It is 100% still my holy grail. This has not taken its spot. And normally, as you see in the clip, I set the center part of my face, and then I will set, well, I guess in the clip you see more like right here in the pore area in the under eyes, and then off camera I did the center part of my face. But I also set my under eyes with this, and I typically do not like a pressed powder for under the eyes. Kosas is literally the only exception of a pressed powder I'll use under my eyes. But this is beautiful. As you see in the clip, I just forgot how like blurring and smooth and lightweight it is. And it doesn't look dry or cakey under the eyes. It doesn't look heavy. And a lot of pressed powders will do that to my under eyes. I am, for reference, which is something I try to remember to always mention in videos. So I'm sorry if you're someone that is a subscriber or you haven't subscribed, but you still watch my videos, which of course, what are you doing? Subscribe at that point. It's free, you guys. It's free. And cool people, I've been told, subscribe. Anyways, so I apologize if I'm repetitive, but I feel like these are important factors in skincare and makeup products and reviews. I have dry skin. I've got some damaged spots. I have some fine lines, and I am going on 39 or 38. You know what, guys? I can't remember my exact age. I am heading into my 40s. My birthday's in December. So I do consider myself an aging skin, mature skin, however you want to put it. However, I don't feel like my skin is there, but I like to gear myself towards those type of products, skincare wise and makeup and everything. However, this is beautiful. It really is. I have just forgot about it because of Ami Collet has just taken my heart. But this is a really, really good drugstore priced, well, it is drugstore, a drugstore pressed powder. It performs a little bit like the Ami Collet. I still like it better. I still feel like it's more blurry, more smoothing. But if you don't want to pay $20-some, I believe that powder is like $20, $22, which that's still relatively low for higher end. Get this, it is a great, great product. You have a positive again, and that is the Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Light, and I have it in the shade Buttercup. Now again, I'm more of a lighter coverage, even for my concealers. I prefer a serum, lightweight, light to medium coverage, and again, I get, I use color correctors, so I don't need full coverage. I do use full coverage for the purpose of like special events. Like tonight we have a IEP fair for my oldest daughter. If you guys are unaware, I have two teenage daughters, one's 13. The oldest is almost 17. She'll be 17 this month. She has an IEP. She's got some learning disorders. And the fact that she will be graduating next year, she's a junior this year, they have a fair where they have colleges and just a bunch of stuff for kids with IEPs that can go to the school, and the parents can go and talk to people and start getting them set up and ready for college life. And she wants to go to college. So we have that special event tonight. I will wear a full coverage concealer and more of a medium to light medium complexion product. But for the most part, I go now for the lighter coverage concealers. And this one is a brightener, but it does do some concealing. And that shade is just really pretty. And it's actually really good. As you see in the clip, it's very lightweight. It's hydrating, but it also does some color correcting as well. It's like a peachy pink. And at first, it wasn't a product that I really did enjoy or I stopped reaching for quite some time. But again, I'm liking the lighter coverage now. So I'm reaching for this more and I'm really enjoying it. It's just really hydrating. It's a beautiful finish. And I feel confident when I have just this on instead of going in with maybe this instead of a color corrector. Because again, the shade with Buttercup is color correcting shade as well. It does a little bit of color correcting. So there, are times I would go in with this without a color corrector, and I don't have to go in with an actual concealer because there are times that I just feel really comfortable in my skin and I'm okay with just this. It brightens the under eyes. It's a really, really beautiful. Now we're going to go into another product that I've changed my mind about. Now, in the clip you see me showing you a brush. And that is the main reason why I've changed my mind about this product. It is the About Face Cheek Freak Blush Balm. I have mine in Champagne Room. It's a really, really, really pretty color. And I love that it's balmy. It's a cream texture. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch it for you guys. And it's so smooth. And you get light to medium pigment, like depending on how you apply it. You can get more pigment, but it's just really creamy but smooth, and it does give a blurring look to your cheeks. However, this product was one that when I initially reviewed it, I did like, and I used it a couple of times, and then I stopped using it because I felt like it was just too hard to blend in. It did become a point after you get the initial top part of the balm off, you get that like film that's like the top layer off of it, after you've used it a few times, I felt like it was harder to blend in. And then I found the Real Technique brush that I shared in my clip with you guys, and that has been a changer for me with this. Well, with all my cream products, but this is the one cream product I felt like I struggled with reaching for, and I felt like I struggled with blending out this, and there was another one that I was trying to determine which one was worse, and it was this one. However, that brush changes the game for all cream products. You guys, I highly recommend picking up. I shared it in the clip. I'll link it down below as well. You can get it at Ulta or Amazon. I got mine at Ulta. It's inexpensive. It's Real Techniques, and it is the perfect cream brush. Like, I mean, you don't need a high-end brush. I'm telling you guys, it's perfect for it. And I applied this when trying it out in the past, all different sort of ways. I even tried a sponge, which was the closest that I got to liking how it looked, but it still wasn't my favorite way until that brush. So that brush totally changed my game on this. I've reached for this multiple times. It's a beautiful, beautiful formula. Unfortunately, we're back to a negative. This is e.l.f.'s Camo Color Corrector, and I have it in a peach color. Yeah, peach, just peach. This is their older one, the one that comes like a concealer with a doe foot. And as you see in the clip, not only is the peach shade like way too dark for me, and the lighter one was way too light. Like, it would not have worked. So I did get these in store. So I definitely swatched them in store, and I had to go with this one, and it's too dark. It looks like it would be hydrating, correct? It's so drying on my under eyes. However, honestly, color correctors are something that I use every day. I should have more in my collection. I don't know why I don't try out others. I've tried the Pixie one, didn't like that one either. Finally got rid of that one. This is the other one that I had in my collection. So I used it because it was the only one I had. It did color correct, but my under eyes were dry. It didn't blend as easily as another one that I really love at the moment. And the shade was just completely too dark. So there was more work than needed. So when I first initially used it, I liked it. I thought it was hydrating. I thought the shade was too dark, but I felt like it worked well. Now I've definitely changed my mind because they came out with their potted one, and you guys skip this one, get the potted one. That one's so creamy and hydrating. You do have to be slightly careful with that one, with over blending it to where you blend out the color correcting shade of it, because it is so hydrating and it does crease a little. So make sure when you go in with your concealer, you just take your finger or your sponge and blend out the creases. However, it's so much better. It's hydrating. The shade is perfect. I honestly have gone in with just that potted color corrector from e.l.f. and no other concealer, and I feel confident in my skin with that. So 100% recommend that one. I don't like this one. I'll keep it around for purposes of videos, but I have not reached for this even in my low buy since getting that potted one. Like, that's the only other one I have. There are a few I'm going to purchase during Sephora's VIB sale that starts this month, which I'm so excited for because there's products that I want to get to try out in videos, and that I just want to have in my collection and try out, and stuff that I need to get that skincare wise that are repurchases. But again, I digress. That's not part of this video. This product, not good. Not good at all. We're gonna go in with this mascara. It is the Lashy Dole from Lancome. I have it in black. Negative, unfortunately, change of mind here. I do like the wand. I like that you've got this curved here, and then you've got this more thick flat side. I like the size of it. I don't like the fact that it's really rubbery, and it just hurts my eyes to apply it. Like, I just don't like it. It does dry out a little bit more as it sits. It does start out wet and then dries out a little bit more. So I do like that. I do like a somewhat wet formula. I don't like a super dry formula, but I don't like one that's super wet. A lot of experience I have with really wet formulas, and formulas with mascaras that don't dry out as they've been opened. They smudge, they smear, they flake. The reason why I'm changing my mind about this is because although it does do some lifting, I have such a hard time with my outer lashes being lifted with mascara. And I have a hard time finding a mascara that even after I curl them, once I put a mascara on, they kind of weigh them down. And this mascara does that, unfortunately, especially for being high-end. I'm glad I got it in a Sephora order and didn't pay full price for it. I just paid some points for this. and I won't repurchase the full size. It just weighs my lashes down. Like, it's almost like, what's the point in curling my lashes? Because I'll curl them and then some of them will stick up, but then my outer lashes, this fall down right away as soon as I apply this. So this, unfortunately, is one that I'll use. I'll go ahead and use just to use up, because it is in a mini size and I'm honestly almost out of it, but it's not one I'll repurchase and I don't like it. And this one pains me, you guys. This one pains me. It is the Rare Beauty and Bronzer Stick and Happy Soul. Now, I loved this. Love this. It's still really, even though it's been sitting for quite some time, I've had this for over a year now, it's still really creamy. It's really pigmented. Okay, so when I first purchased it, what drew me to it was the shade, for one. I feel like it's a good bronze shade, not bronze contour shade, but a bronze shade. It was hydrating. It blended like a dream. I felt like for beginners, it was perfect. Like, you would put it on and it would blend out like that and you had no problems. I still feel like it's creamy, even though I've had it for over a year. I still feel like it blends okay and I still like the shade, but I've noticed it's patchy now. And I hope you guys are able to see that in the clip, because honestly, I've actually talked to other YouTubers that do videos, that do makeup reviews that I'm friends with, and I've had about 3 or 4 of them tell me the same thing, that the longer they've had this, it's gotten patchier, that they really loved it when they first got it, just like I did, and then over time, they've noticed it's changed. The formula is now patchy and it used to not be that way. And it's a little bit harder to blend out. It's still pretty easy to blend. I still feel like for a beginner, like for my daughters, for example, this would be an easy product for them to have, because it would blend out easy for them. However, it's patchy and it's not as easy to blend out. So unfortunately, it really does break my heart, because I loved this. It's just become patchy and it's not one that I'm reaching for as much while I'm in my low buy. I will say, I think I have a dupe for it and I like the dupe better, even if this wasn't patchy and this was a brand new product. So stay tuned for a like TikTok or Instagram reel or whatever. Like, I'm going to put it on social media, the dupe, and we're going to apply them to the face. But this, unfortunately, I don't like much anymore. All right, unfortunately, this is our last negative though, and it is the Rare Beauty lipsticks. Like, I'm so bummed about this. I have mine in the shade Humble. I love the packaging still. I love the shade. And it's still slightly creamy when you apply it to your lips. And even in the swatch here, you'll notice it still is a little creamy. I love that shade. I'll still use it. I just have to really moisturize my lips with a good moisturizing balm or lip mask while I'm doing my makeup, which I always put something moisturizing and nourishing on my lips while I do my makeup before going in with the lip product. But I have to be careful now on the days that I will use this, what product I do put on to nourish and moisturize, because this is drying on my lips now, you guys. I don't like how it looks. You guys can see it in the video. It used to be so smooth on my lips. Now you can see all the lines. I just don't like it. Unfortunately, it's a negative change mind product. And our last product, however, it's positive. And this one I don't feel like maybe I've changed my mind about per se. I just kind of forgot about it. It is the Tower 28's Shine On Lip Jelly lip glosses. And I have this one in the shade Dream. This is so juicy and glossy, as you guys see in the video, like so juicy and glossy. I think one main reason why I stopped reaching for it, I actually had 2 of these and then 2 of the other one. I like the other one too. I remember them. Once I saw this in my lip collection, I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah, that's right. I still have one, because I actually used up one of these and one of the other shades, and then I passed on the other shade to one of my daughters when I did my declutter video, because I was just like, I'm not reaching for them. I'm just going to pass that one on. That one's not been opened or used, so she can have it. And even if it had, I pass on even used products to them. But as you can see, it's so juicy. It's this one right here. It's so glossy. It's got a little bit of glitter shine to it, but once you get on the lips, you really don't see it. And it's just so moisturizing and pretty on the lips, and it goes well with a nude lip. So let's go ahead and just add a little bit more. Why not, right? I love lip glosses and lip oils and lip balms. So we're just gonna add some more on the lips here. But as you guys can see, It's so wet and juicy and beautiful. I mean, look at that. Love it. Love it. Like, I've been reaching for this a lot since I remembered I had it. All right, guys. So that is it. That is the products that I've really just dug deep into my collection and found the products that I've really changed my mind about. There's probably more somewhere lost in this collection, and probably will be more while I go through my low buy the rest of this year. So we'll probably do another one. This will probably be part 2, and we'll do one more video before the end of the year, and I'll share with you other products I've changed my mind about. Hopefully there'll be more positive change my mind about products. Unfortunately, this was more products that I realized I don't like as much anymore, and I am really happy to have shared with you guys my thoughts, my reasons, and clips of me applying them for you guys. I will also be doing a declutter at the beginning of next year. I thought about doing it at the end of this year, but we're going to go at the beginning of next year, you know, before spring hits. I don't want to put too much pressure on myself. So we'll say before spring hits, because again, I'm a smaller channel. This isn't my job. It's a hobby of mine. So I do have a full-time job. And again, 2 teenage daughters, animals, a husband, a house, a job. I'm busy. So I don't have every day, all day, like a lot of the bigger channels that this is their job to spend filming and doing a bunch of videos and editing and whatnot. So I don't want to put too much pressure on myself with that. I also am in the works of starting to gather my stuff for my quarterly, I guess you can call it, favorites video, where I collect everything I tried over spring and summer, and I share with you guys what my favorite products from the spring and summer were, and then I do that again for fall and winter. So that video will be coming as well for you guys. And then again, I do have some products that I have in my cart ready to purchase. I just haven't done it yet. I'll probably do it today, actually, day I'm filming. And I will be having another first impressions video. And then I will be buying during the Sephora VIB. But then we probably won't purchase till maybe the end of next month. Like I'll make purchases from time to time. Again, it's a low buy, not a no buy. But we do have those videos coming up as well. So that's a little FYI for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all, and I hope you decided to stick around and smash that subscribe button, and that you give this video a thumbs up. It would really help my channel, and I would really appreciate it. I love you guys, and I'll see you here very soon. Bye.